Jurassic World is back in a huge way, with new dinosaurs, Baby Blue and Ian Malcolm himself in the first full trailer for Fallen Kingdom. Yippee-ki-yay movie lovers, it's Jan here, and today I'm breaking down the Jurassic World 2 trailer for Easter eggs, things you missed, and explaining the new dinosaurs you can look forward to in the movie. And if you're new to my channel, I do movie breakdowns, Easter eggs, deleted scenes, and movie making secrets, as well as regular giveaways for all my subscribers. For my current giveaway, just make sure you're subscribed and leave me a comment on this video with your thoughts about Fallen Kingdom. I'll have more details on that, plus the winner of my last giveaway later in the video. The trailer begins with Owen and Claire, who are setting up a task force to save the dinosaurs left on the island from a dormant volcano about to explode. Claire is putting together a new organisation called the Dinosaur Protection Group, and in the trailer we get a glimpse of some of the group's other key members. We've got a new young scientist played by Justice Smith, and it's rumoured he's playing a character inspired by R.B. Benton from author Michael Crichton's second Jurassic Park novel. In another shot we get a glimpse of Ted Levine's character, who seems to be dressed in combat gear, and behind him is Daniela Pineda's character. We don't yet have names for their characters, but in a picture of Pineda released in a behind-the-scenes trailer reel, you can see she's got a tattoo which partially reads Semper Fi, which is the US Marine Corps motto, meaning she's likely either from the US military or she's a former Marine. We then get to the island, where it's clear that since the events of Jurassic World, the theme park is more or less in ruins and dinosaurs are roaming freely. By the way, the official synopsis states that the sequel is actually set 4 years after the first Jurassic World movie. And back from Jurassic World is our favourite raptor Blue, who at the end of that movie disappeared into the jungle after helping Rexy defeat the Indominus. Also in this next shot of Blue reuniting with Owen, there's an abandoned old explorer from the original Jurassic Park movie in the background. Earlier in the trailer there was also an adorable short scene of Owen with Baby Blue. We don't know yet where this comes in the film, however I think this might be some old video of Owen raising Baby Blue and imprinting on her, which he talked about doing in Jurassic World. And I think this footage might get played if Owen gives testimony at this committee meeting where we see none other than Ian Malcolm himself. Now, we did get some Ian Malcolm Easter eggs in Jurassic World, but this is the moment a lot of fans of the franchise have been waiting for, and of course Jeff Goldblum even gets to deliver his classic line, "Life finds a way." He's in what looks like a US government Senate hearing or a courtroom, and I imagine he's been called upon as an expert witness, presumably to comment on the events of Jurassic World, or perhaps to advise what to do about the dinosaurs still at large on Isla Nublar. That seems rather ironic because in the original movies, when Malcolm tried to tell the public about what happened at Jurassic Park, he was discredited by John Hammond's nephew, made a laughingstock, and his career was ruined. We don't yet know from the limited lines we hear in the trailer whether Malcolm is for or against saving the dinos on the island. Although this is the only scene we've seen of him so far, I'm hoping we see him pop up at least once again, though he might just have a small role appearing near the start and end of the movie like John Hammond did in The Lost World. Okay, let's get back to the island where we're going to see some of the new dinosaurs and some more callbacks to the original Jurassic Park. When we see Claire and her crew hiding behind some tree trunks from a herd of charging dinos, it's an homage to that memorable scene in the first Jurassic Park movie of Dr. Grant and the children hiding behind a tree trunk to avoid a dinosaur stampede. And just at this moment we get our first look at the Carnotaurus, a new dinosaur for the sequel. The Carnotaurus, which means meat-eating bull, has 2 horns above its eyes. And, fun fact, genetic material from the Carnotaurus was used for the creation of the hybrid Indominus Rex in the first Jurassic World. Now this is one pretty mean looking dino, but just as it seems to be about to take out Owen and the others, Rexy swoops in and saves the day. And if you're thinking there seems to be something familiar about this scene, it's because it's clearly a tribute to the final scene in Jurassic Park, where the T-Rex roars after saving the adults and kids from the velociraptors. Another new dinosaur which was only hinted at in Jurassic World, but which we're getting properly in Fallen Kingdom, is the Baryonyx. The name refers to the heavy, large claw on the dino's first finger, and it was going to be the original primary antagonist in the third Jurassic Park movie, until it was replaced by the Spinosaurus. And it looks like the Baryonyx will make a spectacular appearance during an underground scene in what is probably a control room for an old power plant on the island. You can see fire and lava flowing, so it looks like this scene takes place around the time the volcano begins to erupt. We know now that Rexy is back for the sequel, and in another shot we can see she's been sedated and loaded into a truck. And although we see what looks like a lot of dinosaurs probably perishing from the volcano eruption, there are a few shots earlier in the trailer that show what looks like a boat loaded with dinosaurs leaving the island. Now, if you're concerned you've seen most of the movie's plot, rest assured that these scenes are actually only from the first half of the movie and are in a sense a setup for the main plot of the film. The official synopsis has actually stated that Claire and Owen uncover a conspiracy that could return our entire planet to a perilous order not seen since prehistoric times. Which means I think that there's a plot going on to bring these dinosaurs off the island and to the mainland. InGen will likely be involved in this together with Henry Wu, who we didn't get to see in this trailer. Dr. Wu was last seen in Jurassic World on an InGen helicopter making off with a bunch of dinosaur DNA from the park. However, in the Fallen Kingdom behind the scenes reel, we did get a brief glimpse of Wu, who's definitely cooking up a new hybrid, the Indoraptor, which I expect we'll see later in the film. By the way, all the footage released so far suggests we're getting a much bigger push for animatronic dinosaurs in Fallen Kingdom. Practical effects were a big part of the original Jurassic Park movie, whereas the first Jurassic World movie only used animatronics in a single scene with a dying Apatosaurus. The animatronics development on the sequel has been spearheaded by Neil Scanlon, whose creature designs you'll have seen in the new Star Wars movies. Animatronics will be limited mostly to close-up shots with CGI enhancing some elements, but from what's been teased so far it looks good. Now, what did you think of the first full trailer for Fallen Kingdom? Were you a fan of the first movie, and has the trailer got you hyped for the new sequel? Let me know what you think. For a chance to win a cool Funko Pop, make sure you leave a comment below about the trailer and subscribe to my channel. The winner of my recent giveaway is on screen now, and if that's you, make sure you send me a private message with your details so I can get the prize out to you. And if you enjoyed this, I really appreciate you hitting that like button, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get all my new videos. Plus you can check out some more videos you're sure to like here. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Yippee-ki-yay, movie lovers!